manner that was so clear and quiet. He was a very shallow man indeed. But my goodness, did he make a wonderful car. I drove the car at Silverstone, no, it was Brands Hatch. We were beaten only by an amazing package that was very American. But you know, he was, for me, one of the very special people. So I think that was one of the nicest things in my time, in fact.
We honored him probably 4 or 5 years ago, and he mentioned to us that working with you, he had never seen such a complete driver in the sense that the way you approached every time you got in the car was so professional and so, you know, not leaving anything, no loose ends. You know, that everything was prepared, ready to go, and he'd never really experienced that before. So it was very complimentary.
Well, it has to be with the people I was racing against and with. Ken Tyrrell was a fantastic man, and in Formula One he was terrific, but he had picked me up in Formula 3, which was the first time I'd ever sat in a single-seater car. It was a Goodwood, and Bruce McLaren was there, who was a lovely man and a very good driver, to test this new Formula car. And I went a wee bit faster than Bruce, and that gave me the ride with Ken Tyrrell. And I stayed with Ken Tyrrell until the end of my career. A tremendous man. He then, of course, was running with a little Cooper when I started with him. But it was international. So for the first time, I was lucky enough to win. The very first time was at Snetterton in England in the pouring rain, and I won the race, which was a bit of a surprise to me.
Okay.
But then I went to Monte Carlo, and for the first time I went abroad. I had never been abroad driving racing cars. I had been abroad shooting because I used to trap shoot. I was trap shooting for Great Britain. So I went around the world doing that before I ever was a racing driver, but I had never raced abroad. And to start in Monte Carlo was pretty glamorous. The colour, the glamour, the excitement, Princess Grace coming from America. And I won the Formula 1 race, the Formula 3 race. And then one of the most important things that ever happened in my career, I'd never raced abroad, and here I was, you know, the Royal Palace. And the first man to come to the car, to my car, when I won the race, you had to go in front of the Royal Box. The first man that came was Juan Manuel Fangio, my ultimate hero, and he still is to this day. He's up there somewhere, but he was the greatest racing driver, in my opinion, that's ever lived. Lots of people have other names, but Juan Manuel Fangio, for me, was the greatest. He could never speak English, and I could not speak Spanish, but he always had a man with him there who looked after this difference, and we got a great friendship together. He was one of the best examples of what a racing driver should be and how they should behave. And he was a clean driver. He was just, for me, it was a big education to be with him. And the rest of it came along quite quickly into Formula One. And of course, one of the drivers I raced against in Formula One is in this room now, and that's Mario. And he was a very big disappointment. unfortunately, this American driver came in and immediately went quick. And Mario's here tonight, and he's really one of the nicest men I've ever known in motorsport. The manners of his driving was just perfect. He beat me at Watkins Glen, which I thought was very unfair. Said nothing at all for the hospitality of Americans. I had come a long way from Scotland to Watkins Glen, and then this son of a bitch came up. And of course, we've been great friends ever since, and he's been a fantastic ambassador for all of you, a major ambassador for America. Really is disappointing.
Well, we want to ask Mario his thoughts on that, but anyway. You know, you brought